Hey again, guys! My good friends over there in the YouTube space, welcome back for some more Ys. We'll see how we do today. Because last time it was quite the contrast between challenges. First we fought Valisa Luti, the crab monster, and that was like an easy go. Oi! Where are you going? Leave the poor yak alone. Silly. Silly doggy. Fine, we'll kill your yaks. Oh good, we got a level for Aisha, though that's nice. Yeah, we fought Valisa Luti and that was the easy mode boss. Easiest boss so far. I think I can count the amount of times I got hit on both of my hands. And I was able to just sit around chatting about Genji, Tales of the Blade, which was the giant enemy crab E3 presentation thing. Which is, damn, that was 12 years ago. I completely forgot. Time just passes by. I completely forgot that that thing was so old. But it was a PlayStation 3, like, release game. After all that business, we got to Geis, which was a bit tougher. I reviewed the footage and I got a third of his health down before I lost to the guy, so still thinking I might do a bonus episode where I take a couple of swings at the guy. I've made a save. I made a backup save before we go to Kylos Gorge, so if I feel like it, and if I can maybe get someone to keep me company for a moment as we practice, I think I might do an episode going against that guy again, but no promises. In any case, we are now carrying on, and if I have any idea, yep. Looks like we made it to the village. I suspected my knowledge of game flow told me that this would be about the time you reach it. Oh, very good. They're living on a gorge, so they're using wind power, including a crazy cross-canyon windmill system. Fascinating. What an eco-friendly place. Because they got water mills over there as well, so. Well, this certainly looks like a wind village. Guess we made it to Kylos. The air is so clean here. And check out all the windmills. It's a little different than I was picturing, but I gotta say, it's a nice town. Can't shake what Geis said before he obnoxiously ran off, though. Oh, by the way, I did check this. I avoided looking up, like, any spoilery stuff, but Geis was a character from a previous Ys. He was from Ys 6, I believe. Yeah, that's right, Ys 6. The Ark of Napishtim, which was the previous part. So he's like a actually fairly recent entry into the series, in terms of where this game sits in the series. E6 is, I think, a decade old by now, but yeah, Geis is not like this huge part of lore, the same way that Dogi is, who's been there like since the first part. Anyway, he said to go to the highest point in Kylos, right? I don't believe anything he says, even for a second. But, I mean, we're here. We might as well have a look around. Who knows? Maybe they have some really tasty local food dishes for sale. Off-menu, windy stuff. What does that mean? I guess being a princess doesn't change the fact that she's still a kid. Is she supposed to be a kid? I just thought she's like kind of all sheltered from being in the court all the time. Alright, fine, I guess then. Hey, what's our budget at the moment? 35k. I could teleport back to... No, I bet there's a weapon shop here. I'm thinking of some of those weapons I could have gotten in Altago City, but like, since now we have an exciting teleport ability. Look at us strutting here, except Dogi's all excited. Ooh, I gotta get there. But yeah, I bet there'll be a weapon shop here, so I don't need to go all the way back to Altago to buy new weapons. There might even be new weapons here. A young man with hair red as a flame. So you're the one. Welcome to Kylos. The Eldress is waiting for you on the village highlands. We've been expecting you. Oh, I remember in the opening cutscene there was like guys who kind of had a Native American look to them. I thought that was actually, we already were there in Segram. Now that I see these guys with those feather headdresses, I think that's what the opening cutscene, the anime cutscene was showing. I get it. The person the Eldress spoke of should be arriving here any minute now. She told us what he'd look like, but with my terrible short-term memory, I can't recall a single word she said. From what I hear, he has hair like fire. He must be a foreigner, but from where? And what's he doing here? Ah. Interesting. So, I wonder where she heard about us already, this Eldress. Maybe she got a letter? Or maybe Geis was already through here, like, oh, be on the lookout for this, really annoying guy. You'll recognize him from his red hair and his strange muteness. We were told an important person would be visiting our village. And you really do look exactly like Eldress Mishera foresaw. Her wind sight is really something else. Oh, interesting. Eldress Mishera, eh? And she has some sort of supernatural ability. That's what's what. Okay, then. Looking for anything in particular? She's a bit solemn, isn't she? This gorge is in a remote region that even the Dragon Knights seldom ever visit. I don't have any items on my shelves that would win a prize or anything, but feel free to have a look around. Well, let's have a look. Oh, she's got actual, like, equipment. See, the weapons are right here. I did not need to teleport back to town to get the Baknak. I can just get it right now. Should I get some armor, though? Nah, we're going Nova. Get that Baknak.
Yeah, now Doki's the best at what he does. And what he does is bust walls.
I believe that's the running gag with him. I do remember I played these one. The time you meet him is he busts you out of prison. And he does make like some weird wall comment early in the game. That's something I've observed looking up some trivia about this game. I don't know. I need to play more Ys games. Oh, by the way, one of the problems of me recording so far in advance, like, you know, a month in advance at least, is sometimes by the episodes come out, they're very outdated on information. So at the time of this recording, unlike episodes you've just been watching, it turns out that Ys 8 is finally released on the Steam, and release was a bit rocky, and the reception has not been great, and there's a lot of people lamenting because apparently the base game itself is amazing, but the port... So this is like, I'm recording like the week that the game has come out, so hopefully they will patch that stuff through. Also interesting, I'll do the shopping done, so you don't stall too long. Get some armor, hold on, let's get an armor for the Dazzle Robe for you, yeah. For Aisha. Also a prayer staff here, you can see, used in Kylos during the prayer ceremony. I wonder, none of us can equip it, so, oh boy. Presumably we will meet a new party member here in town, so there's gonna be for whoever that is. Haven't met any prospecting characters for that yet, so don't know who we'll go to. While reading discussion about Ys 8, I finally found some impressions from fans of Ys about this game, Ys 7. Only a few ones, and it was pretty milquetoast, actually. I was a bit surprised, because I'm loving this game so much. Like, that fact has not changed at all. Like, this game is super cool to me. But apparently it's not a big hit with the fans. Like, the biggest hit, looking at impressions, apart from the new one, which just appears to be so good, is Ys 3, The Oath in Felghana. Specifically that, like, remake, Oath in Felghana, not the original E3. Apparently that one's a big hit with fans. And also Ys Origin, which is like this side story, if I understood correctly, also seems to resonate very hard with the fans. I freely admit, seeing as I have not played, thank you, come again. As I have only played one part in the series, my absolute excitement for this game can purely be chalked up to this being my first go with the Ys games. Like, had I played through all the previous segments, all the previous installments, like maybe I would have a more appreciation for the older parts. I would skew my impressions with this game. And I didn't really look up too much like what people's like negatives with this game are, because I don't want to like spoil too much about this game for myself. But like I could sense that this was not a terrible game. Like no one seemed to hate the game, but it didn't like really pop up on people's radar that much. Oh well, I'm having a good time, so no reason not to keep enjoying the game. I hear a titano bird with beautiful plumage lives farther up the gorge. If it's as gorgeous as they say, I'd love to see it for myself, though I must admit the thought scares me a bit. Hey look, a wind chime. Ah, that's cool. That one has one too. Did these houses have wind chimes? I was wondering if that's like the flames you saw in Segram and those weird like totem things in people's houses. In Shanoa is wind chimes in this place. It'll make sense. We don't get many outsiders here, so when we do, they usually ask, "Hey, why is there a pillar in your living room?" Most of the houses in Kylos have windmills attached, and they're heavy, so we need these pillars for support. You know, I would not have asked about that. I just thought this is just local architecture, but cool, thanks for that world-building trivia. This is a cool place for a village. I'm really excited. Oh, I think that's where we're going last, so we'll be going there last. Eldris Mishera knows a whole lot of different arts, and they're all really useful. She warns us before anything bad happens, and she heals us when we're hurt or sick. Isn't she amazing? Aren't you a clever little girl? I heard that people in Altago City only think about money, and that a lot of them don't get along with each other. I'm so glad I was born in this village. It's quiet, the food's yummy, and everyone here is really nice. Oh, that sounds nice. This does seem like a nice pastoral place, except it looks like a really harsh place to live in. I don't know, the windmill thing's working out for them, it looks like. Wes Herbst.
Oh, welcome. My name's Wes Herbst. I live here with my daughter. Come in. My home is your home. Thanks to these pure surroundings, we've been happy and healthy all our lives. So I figure, why not share the wealth?
I don't understand why some characters in this game are named and some other. That was just Wes Herbst. Alright then. We weren't able to get out to the plains for a while because the earthquake triggered a landslide. No one was hurt this time, but if the earthquake had been bigger... Man, I don't even want to think about it. Well, Jinkies, I guess. Or Zoinks, I guess is more appropriate. Also, look at this adorable Dalmatian. That lady over here mentioned a titano bird. Previously, I would have said, I wonder what's gonna be the challenge we face in the next dungeon. But now that we fought that sandworm monster, and that's like an optional boss, I don't know, maybe the bird's an optional one. Oh man, a flying boss? We haven't had one of those yet, have we? That sounds rough. Of course, it's about time we got a flying boss. There hasn't been any boss that Aisha has been strong against, so... Jonathan Lee. The windmills in the village are all getting old. That means I'll need to do a lot of blade replacements soon. I don't have enough materials for that. Not even close. It's like they all think I'm made of hides and feathers. Hey, you! Yeah, you with the ridiculous hair. Never seen you before, but I need some help and you happen to be here.
Name's Jonathan Lee. I'm in charge of fixing these here windmills. And to do it, I'm gonna need 10 monster downs. That's not all, but it'll be a good start. I'll ask you to get me more materials as I need them. You'll be rewarded if you help me see this project to completion, of course, so just go along with it, okay?
Well, well, well. Another one of these collect items quests. Cool. I'm up for that.
You find all the materials I need? You guys sure are dressed strangely. Even stranger than that wimpy squirt who rides in here on the longma cart. Just make sure you don't fall off the cliff edge, okay? I don't want to have to get out my scraper again.
That's awesome. It's horrible, but awesome.
Looks like you brought 10 monster downs, just like I asked. Thanks. You really okay with me taking all this? Alright then, thanks.
Ooh, I forgot to check what I can synthesize in the item shop.
That leaves 3 more steps. I'd better get to work. What I need next are 10 thick hides.
I'm gonna give these anyway.
Breeze from the...
Ooh, talk. Oh.
Looks like you brought 10 thick hides, just like I asked. Thanks.
It's weird, like, I think other characters we've been able to give whatever we have 10 off. But this one, it's like specific order. I don't see why, but...
That leaves 2 more steps. I'd better get to work. What I need next are 10 thin hides.
It's gonna be an ugly windmill, all these weird hides.
The hell? You don't have anything worthwhile here. What I need right now is our 10 thin hides. Got it?
Alright, sorry about that. Ooh, this is the only place we can go see windmill mechanics in. The other places we couldn't climb up to. Oh well. Okay, so I need to check if I can synthesize some stuff. I'll just check this side of the gorge first, but... We'll go have a look-see over there. Oh, a goat farmer. That's adorable. We haven't seen any goats in the game yet. Ugh, the windmills of this village draw up water and thresh grain. Oops, no, and they thresh grain. I read that line wrong. Sorry. The windmills of this village draw up water and thresh grain. Without them, we could never survive here. We can't afford to have them break down, so I'm always making little repairs. Really pretty finicky machines. Also, right here's my 2 assistants. They're goats. Isn't that awesome? Who knew a goat could be so handy in doing mechanics, eh? Alright, well, back to my work. Alright. So now let's swing over to the item shop one more time, and I will check if I can synthesize something. Of course, my budget is now shot through, so I guess it's kind of a moot point, but... Well, I mean, it's not like I just lost hides to make this item, and I could have made it anyway, so it's all good, but... I don't even have the thin hides to make this. These have a really high item cost, by the way. Look at, I mean, 30 thin hides. But you can learn a blaster kick. That sounds awesome. Rider kick! Or a kilo bow. Yeah, these are some pretty hefty demands on items. And ashen rock. A lot of ashen rock, too. I don't have a lot of that. I hope we get that in the next dungeon, so I don't have to go back to Segran to farm that. Oh, but I can make Marcasite bracelet. Cool. You could make 2 of those for both of them. Cool. But I'll have a quick look through these ones. I'm gonna make an amulet rosary. Prevents curses. Haven't been cursed yet. Don't know what that does. It's probably something horrible. Just gonna make a quick guess. But... Okay, let's spend the last of my hard-earned money to make a couple of Marcasite bracelets. Oh no, I ate up my ashen rock. Balls. Now I really hope we get some ashen rock once we go to the next dungeon. Get some ashen rock. The Eldress can know everything that goes on in Altago by standing at the hilltop and using her wind sight. We rarely have any contact with the outside, but this allows us to stay up to date with the goings-on in the world. That's super cool. Also a bit of invasion of privacy. I am glad I heard about this before I started doing anything weird in town. Many monsters inhabit the holy precincts of wind, where the wind altar is, so we tend not to venture there much. Instead, we revere the wind itself through our many mills and chimes. Precincts of Wind, eh? There's the name for our next dungeon. I'm cool with that. Oh! Cutscene time. Oh, wow, you don't look at all important, madam. I thought that big area to the other fork would have been where we get to this, but I guess that's maybe to the Precincts of Wind. Excuse me. I've been expecting you. Adel Kristen and his companions, who've heard the voices of the dragons.
How the heck?
All I know I learned from the winds that travel to and fro. The winds of Altago carry whispers of the land, and sometimes these whispers foretell the future. I like we haven't seen like a portrait of her yet, because she's turned away from us, so like we're not supposed to know quite what she looks like yet. Or maybe it just turns out she's not gonna have a portrait at all, but that character model looks fanciful enough to be afforded a character portrait, so I'm gonna assume she turns around in a second. Though my eyes cannot see light, my heart can see that which to others is only air. Please, allow me to introduce myself. Yeah, I knew it. Look at that. That's cool design. I like it. I am Mishera, Eldress of Kylos. Adel, Dogi, your Royal Highness. As the representative of this village, allow me to welcome you. Kylos is at your disposal. Okay then. Mishera seems interesting. And again, I enjoy the character designs in this game a lot as well. Most of them have been pretty cool for like important characters. Mishera seems pretty neat too. We'll see. We'll see more.
Gotta say I was caught off guard. Not only did you know we were coming, you also knew who I really was.
Guess that just means there's no fooling her. She even knew exactly why we were here. Pretty convincing way to prove that the winds really do tell her stuff.
That's a good point. I mean, she could have tried cold reading us, but she did a pretty good job. Seems like she could predict us well. Maybe it'll turn out that she just is insanely good at cold reading. Like, but I don't know. I cannot see everything, of course. Wind side to side, my powers come from all the disparate energies of Altago itself. If Altago does not divulge its secrets, then I've no voice to hear, and no knowledge to gain. That's interesting, sure. Also, she has some serious Brock syndrome going on here. Like, that's not like even like Brock is like closed eyes, but they're kind of implying that he's squinting. She's like closed eyes. Is she like supposed to be like actually blind? Is that what they're implying here? Which that's really again, like I said, she seems very interesting thus far. If she's a blind oracle thing, that's pretty well, not exactly innovative. A blind oracle isn't nothing too new, but listening to the wind to, like, see, quote-unquote, pretty cool. I like that she emotes even while her eyes are closed. She was a bit smilier a moment ago, now she's more serious. And with the recent anomalies in the Kylos region, I'll admit, I am able to see much less than before.
Oh, so it's hit you too, then?
I have something to ask of you regarding that very matter. You have heard the voices of the dragons throughout the land of Altago, have you not? Would it be possible for you to give me an exact account of how such circumstance came to be? Adol detailed his visits to the dragon altars in the various regions of Altago, and how he heard voices in each location. Well, it's official. You need to be assigned to a mental asylum. I'm sorry. Thank you for providing such a thorough account. It would seem the dragons truly have chosen you.
Yeah, he gets that a lot. You'd be surprised.
Is his presence responsible for them breaking their silence then? And giving him special powers?
Yes. Only he who hath been chosen is favored by the dragons in such a way. And as one of the elders of the 5 tribes, it is my duty to aid those whom the dragons have selected. I shall inform you of the location of Kylos' altar.
Oh, well, this is easy thus far. Well, much more forthcoming than Mustafa, she is. You'll help us? That's great. Thanks a bunch.
I would, however, like to hear the voice of the wind dragon for myself, so that I may confirm something of importance. As such, if it is all right with you, I would like to accompany you on your journey.
Well, your guidance certainly would be a tremendous asset along the way. But are you sure? I mean, no offense, but you're blind.
Oh, it's confirmed then. She is, in fact, not capable of seeing. It's not just Brock syndrome.
Aren't you gonna be in a lot of danger?
Oh my god. Aisha, come. Like, I do kind of understand, but this is a magical world and she clearly can foretell stuff using the power of the wind. It's like she's totally daredeviling it up. I don't think you should be that surprised.
There is no need for concern. The winds will show me the way. The holy precincts of wind are much like a backyard to me as well. I cannot get lost within.
Well, that's true. It's really cool, like blind people who are like the way they like learn terrain. I that's what I understand is like you get used to like losing your eyesight seems like a terrifying thing as a guy who has not had to go through that. But like I've seen like people who have those sticks they use to feel around, and they seem to always know where they're walking, even though it's like a really broad area of the street, because they're like so attuned to their routes. It's kind of amazing what humans can learn to do eventually. Oh, well, you've got the right amount of confidence, that's for sure. Adol, I think we should let her come with us. Okay, so she's gonna be the next party member, I feel. She used a staff she was holding a staff in that when we first met her, so.
I appreciate your acceptance. The altar is in a tiered structure that we call the Holy Precincts of Wind, just outside the village. However, the number of monsters in that area has been increasing of late, so please do remain vigilant.
Of course, once again, monsters everywhere. I mean, they are implying that something's going wrong in this land, leading to this monster situation, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, but.
Okay, we should probably stock up on items and stuff before we go then.
Oh, hey, I almost forgot. Shara, can I ask you something? Do you know a guy named Geis? Wears black, has an attitude problem? Seems he was in Kylos earlier. I don't know, he doesn't have that much of an attitude problem. He's a bit cocksure of himself. But I know there's more, much more arrogant rival characters than him, I feel. He was just kind of he was a bit jokey, I feel.
Guys. Yes. While I have not met him, the winds have told me of him. They did not, however, detail his personality. He too is investigating various parts of Altago, although it is unclear what his motives may be.
Ah, try to steal Adel's thunder again, huh? What's he up to?
He's not out for a leisurely adventure, I'll tell you that much. Shady, shady man. With a weird fashion sense.
I don't know, like, I don't get the shade these guys are throwing for Geis. I mean, I'm of course a bit rankled that the guy beat me and was all cocky about it, but I'm saying he's not the most infuriating rival character I've seen in a story. I don't get it.
But whatever. He's gone now, so let's just count our blessings. Come on, Adel. Time to go check out these holy precincts of wind.